Good morning. It's kind of hard to come after that presentation, and as we start the memories, it brings a smile to my face to know that our children bring us so many precious memories as well. And as we finish up our history timeline, I encourage each of you to remember your special memories of White Oak that maybe no one else knows about, but to think about that. So our timeline this morning is 1979 through 2009. In 1981, concerning a homecoming service. In 1981, the homecoming service had a service honoring Miss Moselle for her service to the church and community. And also that year, our senior citizens organized a group, Seniors in Action. The following year, at the annual or the community New Year's breakfast, Connie Mulholland presented them the Van Setters Award. It's a distinction because they didn't have a jet. Archer Lodge didn't have a jet, so they couldn't be called the Jet Setters. And in 1984, a tradition was started under the leadership of Mary Lou Barnes. It was our first hanging of the greens. And I'm not sure about you, but that's one of my favorite services. And every year since then, we have, in the sanctuary, we have the hanging of the greens for Christmas as families participate in this special service. 1985, the church updated our organ with the purchase of a Baldwin organ. Individual donations and various fundraisers were held to help with the expense of this project. 1988, if you look above you, the brass chandeliers and sconces were given in the memory of Miss Delma. She taught Sunday school at White Oak for over 50 years. And these chandeliers and sconces were presented by Miss Delma's daughter, Becky Flowers Bullock. And our old chandeliers were moved to the hallway behind the sanctuary, and they still hang there today. Also in 1988, a big year, Maxie Castleberry Wall died in 1990, and in honor of her love of music and in lieu of flowers at her funeral, contributions were accepted to purchase in her memory the grand piano that now sits in the sanctuary. The piano was purchased in 1992 and dedicated in February of 1992. A big music year in 1988. That same year, a 3-octave set of handbells were purchased. The purchase was made possible from the sale of a quilt at the church bazaar, donations and gifts. A few years later, Sharon and Terry Freeman gave a 4th octave as a memorial to Sharon's grandparents, and Mark and Liz Jackson gave 2 octaves of hand chimes in memory of Liz's mother. 1994, another major year. New hymnals for the sanctuary were acquired under the leadership of Dara Edwards. The purchase again was made possible through gifts and individual donations. And also that year, new windows for the education were put in, and I think that was a major project. In addition, because our stained glass is so valuable, and with the storms that come up, protective outside guards were put in as well. And one thing I didn't know, if you look, until Jake told me this morning, the new windows, each one has a name on it, which I did not know to see. Then, in 1996, the Caregivers of White Oak Baptist Church was organized. And I can tell you, each week I go into grandmother's and I see a cute little basket or something so precious prepared for her, and it's a wonderful service. And it was spearheaded by Mary Lou Gordon. And the purpose of this ministry was to visit the homebound and the nursing homes, prepare meals, and provide love offerings as needed. The ministry continues today and has 40 members and serves about 55 meals each month. The mission friends and GAs often help with these gifts. 1998, an Easter drama entitled The Easter Story was presented on April 12th under the leadership of Irvin Smith. That same year, the Shade Tree Players, a drama group under the direction of Carla Batchelor, presented the best Christmas pageant ever, featuring a cast of over 50 people that December.
Continuing in 1999, the former parsonage became our new preschool building. The additional space allowed our little ones the much-needed room to grow. A few years later, the fenced playground was added to help our shepherds keep up with the sheep. The Brotherhood presented the church with a new van in 2001. Proceeds from the annual Brotherhood yard sales went towards this project. The cookbook. The cookbook. Everybody knows about the cookbook. Heavenly Helpings, recipes collected from great cooks past and present of White Oak Baptist Church. The church cookbook was published in October 2004. The books arrived at the church the day before the church bazaar. They ordered 750 books, with approximately 400 of those having been pre-sold. The proceeds from the sale of the books have been used to totally renovate the church kitchen under the direction of the Cookbook Committee and the supervision and craftsmanship of Robert Yarborough. We have truly been blessed by the interest in these books. It's been 5 years since the book was first printed, and we have sold almost 3,000 copies. The members of the Cookbook Committee are Connie Mulholland, Mary Lou Barnes, Janice Smith, Jane Peacock, Gail O'Neill, Mary Mabey, Judy Kittredge, Ann Wall, Sybil Daniels, Effie Richardson, and the late Carolyn Driver. The new kitchen cabinets were given in memory of Carolyn Driver for her dedicated service. The newly renovated White Oak Baptist Church kitchen was dedicated on September 25, 2005. The plaque as you enter the kitchen reads, "For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in." Matthew 25:35. After the kitchen renovation, the Cookbook Committee still had energy. Their next project was to tackle the pastor's study. They redecorated, refinished original hardwood floors, and prepared a beautiful, peaceful setting for our pastor to lead our flock. Clyde Mabey used his artistic gift to contribute a beautiful painting for the study. This, too, was under the supervision of Robert Yarborough and Benny Richardson. In 2008, construction was started on a handicap elevator and ramp adjoining the Education Wing and Fellowship Hall. The accessibility project initially started with a $2 donation from Larry Crane. And support from our general fund, various fundraisers, and donations raised the balance of the money. The project was finished for a total cost of $72,000 and was paid in full upon completion. The construction of the accessibility lift was under the supervision of Robert Yarborough, and then a sidewalk was added from funds generated from the purchase of bricks for memorials or tributes. The project was dedicated on June 4th, 2009, in memory of Larry Crane. 2009, our most recent renovation project is the Music Center, formerly known as the Choir Room. Dara Edwards, Don Mann, Robert Yarborough, and Jan Smith redesigned a space that functions as a practice area for the choir as well as the celebration ringers. Original hardwood floors were refinished, and original choir cubbies were salvaged and reused. The list of pastors from 1979 through 2009 are listed on your screen. Thank you.